Yeah, type it in, hit enter. Zero results? Man, come on. I'm hunting for data, laser focused in the field. Got my query locked tight like a classified shield. Hit search, lean back, ready for the reveal. Screen say, oh, results? Now that ain't real. Check my spelling. Check.
That song was created by a friend of mine, Philip Perot, who works in the legal department at Shell and down in Houston. And it's a good example of the fun and the good that we can generate with AI. For years, we looked to things like document repositories. We looked at local hard drives. We collected system artifacts like link files, shell bags, and jump list. Those were the footprints of human behavior. But now those footprints are changing. Now we have to consider things like prompts, edits, outputs or responses, chatbot histories, AI-generated drafts. And that matters because with new technology, creates new evidence sources. When email was first introduced, it created a new evidence source and it changed discovery and it changed investigations. Text messages changed investigations and changed discovery. And now AI is changing discovery and investigations. When email first came out, we were reminded that documents don't do bad things, people do. Email and text messages simply revealed who knew what and when. But it was the person behind the message that caused the harm. But what happens when it's not a person on the other end, but an AI chatbot? AI can cause both harm and reveal someone's intent. And that's a major shift. Now we have to ask questions like, did someone use AI? What was the output? Is it discoverable? Was it disclosed? Is it authentic? Is it reliable? Is it admissible? AI-generated evidence, acknowledged AI-generated evidence can be good. It can help a judge feel what a defendant was feeling in a stand-your-ground hearing, as was the case in the state of Florida versus Miguel Alabisu. Unacknowledged AI is bad when it's used to create a deep fake, when it's used to deceive and manipulate Now we're going to shift. We're going to talk about the good, and there's plenty of it. The good in AI is it helps us work faster. It helps legal teams with research and case strategy and even predict likely outcomes. It helps investigators get to the facts faster. That's the superpower that it's giving investigators. AI can help predict or identify subtle changes in communication patterns, in repeated phrases. It can identify fake language. Image categorization will identify deep fakes and spot photos that have been stolen. AI as a superpower is not because it's helping us save the world or win the case. It's helping us see things more clearly and understand the intent behind people's thinking when they were intending to do bad things. We know AI is both used for good and for bad, and we're going to talk about the bad. AI can create false narratives. AI can create phony communication patterns that are misleading. AI can create fake evidence. It can create synthetic voice messages, and it can lead to theft. It used to be that bad actors would plug a thumb drive into a laptop and copy across the company's secret sauce or the client list or the financial information. Now we're seeing bad actors use AI to do the dirty work. They're using AI to curate company secret information, sensitive information, and export that and then upload it to their private cloud. AI will also create a story that didn't really happen. AI makes fraud and harassment and deception and theft look cleaner than it really is. And we all know AI can be used to cause real human harm. That is that AI can be used, harmful chatbot interactions with teenagers and other vulnerable people can cause real harm. And there's a fine line between assistance and manipulation. As Kat alluded to, there's also this notion of liar's dividend. And so AI is creating a double problem. It's generating fake evidence, but it's also creating problems with real evidence and denying real evidence. And that's a real problem with the legal industry, something that we'll have to figure out. And I think this is one of the reasons why groups like this are here today, is to help work toward figuring that out. And that's where it gets ugly, is because legal is still figuring it out. We're still figuring out if prompts and responses are admissible and defendable. We're still figuring out, are they privileged? We're still figuring out where they live. We're still figuring out how to collect them and preserve them. We're still figuring out how to explain them to a judge or a jury in a way that makes sense. If someone creates a plan using AI, if they create a draft using AI, if they conceal something using AI, that's a problem. And if we don't understand what questions to ask and where to look and how to preserve it, then we may be missing the very evidence to help win our case. And so we have to understand what questions to ask. An example, one case I want to cite that I think is a really good example of AI evidence and how they impact on the case is this Fortis Advisors versus Crafton. Many of you guys may be aware of it, but it's not the detail. It's a very interesting case, but it's not the details of the case that matter. What matters is that AI evidence changed the game. And so what do we do next? What's our next step? What do attorneys and investigators need to know next? AI is not going to replace good lawyers. It's not going to replace good investigators. It's going to define what good looks like. It's going to define what defensible looks like. It's going to define what evidence looks like moving forward. And so we have a couple questions we need to ask ourselves. We can wait for the problems to define the rules for us, or we can help define the guardrails now. And again, I think that's why conferences like Masters is important and why you guys are here. Together, we can figure this out, okay? But if we don't, we're gonna miss out on the evidence that may help us win our case, and that would be ugly. But together, working together, we can create boundaries and guardrails that shape AI so that we can continue to use it for good, we can continue to use it for fun, we can continue to use it to make legal work more effective, and we can continue to use it to discover the truth and protect what matters. Thank you.